If you looked through the shareholder lists of America's largest companies, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, you'd expect to see familiar names: Vanguard, BlackRock, big pension funds, maybe a few sovereign wealth funds from Norway or the Middle East. But hidden in those SEC filings, among the titans of finance, sits a name that doesn't belong: a central bank. Not the Federal Reserve, not China's PBOC, but the Swiss National Bank, the SNB. It quietly owns tens of billions of dollars in U.S. equities, making it one of the biggest foreign investors in American companies. The reason isn't greed, it's not speculation, it's monetary policy. And to understand how a small, landlocked country ended up owning chunks of the world's most powerful corporations, we need to trace a story that starts centuries ago, back when Switzerland's reputation for stability was born. Switzerland has always been an oddity in Europe. It sits in the center of the continent, yet has avoided its worst wars for hundreds of years. It has no natural resources to boast of: no oil, no gold mines, not even a coastline. But what it does have is trust. Over time, the Swiss turned trust itself into an export. The country's banks became synonymous with discretion and safety, and its currency, the Swiss franc, became the ultimate safe haven. When the world trembles, money flees to Switzerland. That same reputation, however, is both a blessing and a curse. Because every time the world panics, the franc rises, and every time the franc rises, Swiss exporters suffer. To grasp the paradox, imagine this. Switzerland's economy depends on exports. From precision machinery and pharmaceuticals to luxury watches and chocolate, it sells more to the world than it buys. Its GDP in 2025 stands around $950 billion, while exports account for over 40% of it. But a strong franc makes all those exports more expensive abroad. A company in Zurich that sells medical equipment to Germany suddenly finds its products 10% pricier because of exchange rates. That single shift can destroy profit margins, force layoffs, and slow growth. A stronger franc also pushes down prices domestically, risking deflation, a nightmare for any economy. So what do you do when the world loves your currency so much that it starts to kill your competitiveness? You fight back. That's where the Swiss National Bank comes in, and this is where its story diverges from every other central bank on Earth. Unlike the Federal Reserve or the European Central Bank, the SNB is not fully owned by the state. It's actually a publicly traded company whose shares trade on the stock market under the ticker SNBN. It's not just an institution of bureaucrats, it's a hybrid, accountable both to its shareholders and to the people. Yet its mission is ancient and simple: keep prices stable, keep the franc from spiraling too high, and maintain trust in the system. But the way it carries out that mission is anything but simple. Most central banks have a standard toolkit. They adjust interest rates, they buy and sell their own government's bonds, and they lend to domestic banks when needed. But Switzerland has a unique problem. Its government doesn't issue much debt. Public debt hovers around 40% of GDP, tiny compared to the US or Japan. That means there aren't enough Swiss government bonds for the SNB to buy if it wants to flood the system with francs. So the SNB had to innovate. Instead of buying Swiss assets, it started buying foreign ones, foreign currencies, foreign bonds, and eventually, foreign equities. It's a radical move that turns global markets into instruments of domestic policy. Whenever the SNB buys foreign assets, it sells francs to do it. Selling francs pushes the currency's value down. A weaker franc helps exporters and keeps the economy balanced. Over the years, this approach has made the SNB one of the largest institutional investors on the planet.